Christ! Let's
We
go!
all know what Twitter is, or now known as X, even though it
Twitter, formerly known as X.
took them an entire
get
year
that.
to change the domain name, and posts are still called tweets.
Yeah, also, if you still type in twitter.com, you still get to the same website.
I'm pretty sure every human on Earth still calls it Twitter. Just
Yeah.
calling it X just doesn't work. I don't know why.
Yeah, and we still call it tweets, we still call it retweeting, but if you call it Twitter on Twitter, you get, your bots get, not your bots, what? Your posts get pushed down on the algo.
It just doesn't. I've not seen a single person mention it as X. All those factors just go on to prove that Twitter and its legacy still have a Goliath penis print on the platform that it is today.
What about the AOT music?
But apart from that, since...
Also, I feel like at one point in the future, like we'll all grow up and grow old and at one point pass away, right? At one point there is going to be no people left that used to call this Twitter. At one point, it will be known as only X. But it doesn't matter, because that's still far, far, far off.
Twitter has changed from Twitter to X, a lot of things about the platform has changed, especially since Elon Musk acquired it in October of 2022, and for better or for worse, the platform is somewhat unrecognizable now. Yes, the UI is still the same, but the content on the platform has changed significantly. It has turned
Has it? Has it?
into a platform where you can see a man's head opened up with bookshot,
Do you have any ibuprofen? I got a headache.
which even before Elon Musk acquired it, you could see on Twitter anywhere. But to make sure you fit within the guidelines, you had to mark it as sensitive content, which just blurred the image. It was about as
That still exists.
useful as wrapping saran wrap around your
Yeah, but that still exists. You still have to do that.
eyes. But now there is no contraception. We are just straight raw dogging
You
it.
still have to
Some
do
content
that.
On X now, you do not
What do
have
you mean?
to blur. And
Just some.
ever since Elon emphasized freedom of speech on the platform, it has led to a lot of changes. Some positives, like being able to say what you want and make the content you actually want to make, which is also a negative, and this is what the video is about. The shitposting, war crime, big titty advertising, and controversies surrounding X.
Oh boy. And speaking of threads, nowadays you need a Facebook account since Instagram itself stopped allowing standalone accounts. Are you talking about the Twitter alternative from Facebook? From Meta? Yeah, I don't use that either. And yeah, I guess you do need a Facebook account for that.
Or just
Weird.
Twitter.
This can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Content monetization. Yeah, that disclaimer was
I
good.
said before, the content on X from when it was Twitter has drastically changed to the point where under most posts and threads, you can now find people advertising random products. Because for some reason, if a company sees a tweet pop off, they immediately get in contact with that person to get them to blatantly advertise their product. Something akin to the anal gland.
Did he say used to?
For me, but I feel
Re-
great.
I said
replay
before,
that.
the content on X from when it was Twitter has drastically changed to the point where under most posts and threads, you can now find people advertising random products.
I mean, that's still not allowed. All the posts that do put ads in, they get community noted with this post contains an undisclosed ad that is against X community guidelines.
Because for some reason, if a company sees a tweet pop off, they immediately get in contact with that person to get them to blatantly advertise their
Didn't ads those get deleted? Yeah, okay, fair enough, but yeah, okay.
product. Something akin to the anal gland sucker 9000.
Deep, dark fantasies.
Most
Oh
times,
my. Oh, the deep dark fantasies. No!
without disclosing, it is an ad. And the original creator of the post has been paid to advertise these products. And if you scroll down, most posts you can see are people advertising explicit things, such as their OnlyFans.
Yep, there's a lot of OF advertisement now for some fucker reason, man.
I swear I've seen somebody advertising their OnlyFans under a Peppa Pig post.
No way! No way! Pixar didn't exist, please. Oh my,
But
no.
most people doing that on this platform are met with disgust, because usually they do it under every post they find, and quite often what they say has nothing to do with the original post. And a lot of people get frustrated with the amount of people doing this under every Twitter post.
Yeah.
Because each interaction gets them more attention. It's even to the point where some creators on Twitter, who usually post really popular threads, get paid to advertise other people's OnlyFans, or reply with a positive message when they reply to their thread, which increases their traction and possibly credibility. But I think the only person benefiting in that transaction is the original thread creator, because they are getting paid to advertise these persons' OnlyFans, where them getting paid is a definite, whereas for the people they are advertising, it is not a definite they are going to get any traction from this post.
The verification that's required is quite basic, though. The main part people don't like is that it requires a premium sub to qualify. For what? Meaning for the blue check mark? Like, I don't get what you're saying. Verification for what?
The restrictions removed by Elon has made it easier for such models to do this. Overall content moderation on the platform has loosened to once again prioritize free speech.
Yeah, I mean, free speech I think is important. The blue mark. Yeah, like the blue mark is basic. Like there's multiple things. Like the blue check mark, basically X premium. There's multiple levels of it. There's the super basic one. You don't even get a check mark for from it, but you reduce ads. Then there's like a middle one, which gives you the check mark, helps with your post's reach, and yeah, reduces ads even more. There's some extra premium shit features and shit with that, and there's a really expensive one. Personally, I have a blue check mark. Yes, it's a subscription-based system. I don't care. I could technically write it off my taxes because it does help with advertising, because it does increase post reach. So, at least they fixed the blanket verification flaw where the impersonators and undisclosed bots could easily be verified too. Yeah, I feel like that was a good change too. That impersonating accounts get bonked now and have to actively disclose that it's a parody. Downside of free speech, lots of crazies are allowed to roam. Upside of free speech, the crazies show their true colors faster. I mean, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. You know?
But a kind of aftershock of doing that is the amount of gore I have seen on the Twitter platform. Now, I'll be honest, when my Instagram Reels, which I do love and advertise in most of my videos, I really do need to stop Sprinek's cheeks and giving it a sparkly clean tongue special. I see a lot of extreme stuff on Instagram, which I normally don't see on platforms like TikTok or YouTube Shorts.
Do you guys actively use Instagram? I stopped using Instagram long ago. I restarted using it just to post like reels there now. Now that I got like a shorts editor who does all my shorts. Since it's like basically just posting them on two platforms, so yeah. No. I got bad on Insta. Pow. Did you have your name being just random numbers maybe again? Only to check on friends, used it like a week, never made an Instagram. That's fair, yeah. Usually there's a little overlap. Kitsu wears shorts? I do.
Which is the only reason I really like Instagram Reels. But when that dries up and I no longer get my serotonin hit, oh my...
Yo! Yo! Look at that ass! Yo, look at that ass!
But when that dries up and I no longer get my serotonin, or my feed gets infected with Marvel Rivals, which I only installed yesterday and don't remember liking a single post with Marvel Rivals in it. But when that dries up, I go to Twitter, where it is 10 times more worse than anything I've ever seen on Instagram Reels. Primarily due to the loosening of restrictions, I've gone from seeing cute dog videos to someone having 12 gauge enter their frontal cortex.
I think if you see that shit, that's usually a you issue. Because Twitter also works on an algorithm. I don't see that shit unless someone directly links me to it. Like, Twitter is so heavily algorithm orientated. Like, yes, there's still like posts that go viral, but even those don't get shown to everyone if you're like on the complete opposite end of the algorithm. I see the war footage daily on Twitter or pregnant VTubers. Oh my god.
And I've involuntarily seen things like firefights on the fronts of Ukraine and POVs of the drones dropping plastic explosives on unknowing
You know, there's a little thing you can actually do on Twitter. There's a little thing you can do. Let me show you. Here, this is Michi. This is our model mama. You can do... First of all, you can mute the person directly. You can block them. Sure, but if it's like different posts, what you can do is... where's the not interested? Not interested in this post, right here at the top. That will mute this and everything that's alongside that algorithm. Then within the settings, I would have to find that real quick to be fair. There's an option where you can change what kind of things you want to see. To be fair, I don't exactly know where that is, but I know that it does exist. Oh, here. I think that's it. Maybe not this one. Okay, I found it. This is the algorithm. Here. This is the algorithm. So you go to basically to settings, and then you go to privacy and safety, and under that there's content you see. And then display media that may contain sensitive content. You can turn that off first of all. Then topics you want to see. Animals, animated films, animation comics, anime. I have clicked nothing of this. This is the algorithm working for me. There's like not interested stuff, which I haven't done anything here. This is the algorithm. You can change your own algorithm. Attack on Titan, Cats, Clip Studio Paint, Cult of the Lamb, Disney, Dogs, Drawing and Illustration, Drawing, Elden Ring, Gaming, Harry Potter, Horizon, Field, League of Legends. This is the algorithm. There's also interests. This is the topics. Compass, whatever the fuck that is. 2D animation, 3D modeling, Ace Attorney. And you can take this off. You can close this. Explore settings, search settings. All of that shit exists. You can work on this. If you don't want to see certain topics, you can remove it out of your algorithm forever.
occupants below, and believe me, I didn't know much about the human anatomy till I saw a man explode and have all of his internal organs export to external organs in a matter of seconds. There is an entire page dedicated to that, by the way. It's to the point where you don't know if you're on the front page of 4chan or Twitter. They are almost exactly the same in terms of moderation and are interchangeable in the terms of content now.
I've seen that post. I've seen this post.
And some of these posts now generate money based on the amount of people that interact with that.
Of course, yes. Why wouldn't you want to make money using social media? Who doesn't like easy money? Can you really fault people for it? No. The requirements to get a monetized account are kind of harsh, though. Not harsh. Hard. They're hard to get. You need to have 5 million impressions in the last 3 months. So you really, really, really need to go viral. So it is a huge amount. And you need like a certain amount of verified followers now, I think, too. I think it was 300 or 500 now. That's something they changed, so yeah. I don't like easy money, I demand people just give it to me. Free money! I see, I like it.
Post, or simply watch the video. Since Elon reinvented the platform, he has also invented a new way to make money where to verify for such earnings on the platform, all you have to do is get 500 followers and 5 million impressions within a time frame of 3 months, and you qualify to start earning money on that platform based on how many people.
And again, like recently, I don't think that if they, I don't know if they implemented it, but they wanted to change it that you need to have a specific amount of verified users. Verified just means you have the fucking blue check mark or like premium X, whatever.
People like, comment,
not entirely sure
and
if they implemented it or not.
These are classified as impressions, and for every 1 million impressions you get roughly $10.
Yeah, YouTube has impressions too. It's basically, here, I'll show you, to make it even easier to understand. Go on YouTube. All these videos right here, I now gave an impression each. This is an impression. Me seeing the thumbnails of these videos right here, impressions. It just means that they show up on your page somewhere, where you see the video existing. Doesn't mean you clicked on it, just means you scrolled by it.
And a lot of people capitalize on this by posting things such as threads, where they probably
threads are huge. Threads are huge.
Entire YouTube video and just condensed it into a text format, or just went onto Reddit and just stole a random post and
I mean, good on them. Good on them. Easy money. Can you really fault them? No, I can't.
took screenshots, which probably is retribution for the 4chan users, as they've had their green text posts stolen countless times and have been used to farm karma, but in this situation they're being used to farm money. Or you could just re-upload a video that has been uploaded 1,000 times before, or just spread misinformation and hope that
I hope that doesn't get community noted.
The subject you're discussing causes so much shock and hysteria that more people begin interacting with your post.
Yes, but this wasn't mentioned yet. I don't know if he's going to mention it. If your post gets community noted, you will make no money off of the post. It gets demonetized, basically. That is Twitter's demonetization program. And I think community notes are the best thing that ever happened to any social media. In all honesty. Also, community notes work in that way that multiple people have to approve a note given. I think the amount of people, I am not sure if that number was ever disclosed. It needs multiple ones. People can also make disagree with the note given that people want to add and say the note isn't needed. So it's like a system based on multiple people. It's democracy in the end. Very nice.
And to maximize your profit, make sure you put a stake logo in there so you can get paid both by...
Oh yeah, those are big right now. Most of these get demonetized.
Twitter and stake for advertising their services. But you will have to pray to the heavens, pray to God, pray to the Golden Throne itself, and maybe even Gilliman, that you do not get community noted.
Anyone can request a community note, by the way. You can be a normal user and you can request a community note. Anyone can become a community noter as well. It's really easy. You just need to have an account in good standing. I can write community notes. I've been writing some.
As if you do get community noted, all the revenue you've just generated simply disappears. This was an effort by Elon to reduce misinformation on the platform, and the people making the community notes are volunteers, akin to that of Reddit or Discord mods.
I think community noters are way better than Reddit mods or Discord mods. Like, in all honesty, man. That's way different. Because the community noters are all anonymous. No one is linked to their actual account. That's why. Everyone gets like a random ass name on community notes. You're anonymous. It's not linked to your actual Twitter account.
You and revenue. And if you even got a single word, sentence, or syllable wrong in your post, I'm sorry buddy, I know you was going to use the revenue generated to put food in your starving child's stomach, but you made a little oopsie here. I think it's better you and your child continue the intermediate fasting you're doing, and fuck you. But
intermediate fasting is actually not that
this
bad.
has led to some rather comedical interactions between the posters and the community notes. There's even an entire Twitter account dedicated to showing this. People just purely getting fisted by the community notes, and it is hilarious. But sometimes some of them do get through, or maybe community notes just isn't fast enough to catch them. I think one good example I saw recently was a post about a neurosurgeon YouTuber that recently stopped to follow his passion, and this person made the statement that this is the neurosurgeon they had for their partner's back, and when he abruptly left, it left them at an inconvenience. But then people start pointing out, neurosurgery and back surgery, not exactly the same, but neurosurgeons sometimes do back surgeries. But then the original poster kind of backtracks a little, saying this was all for comedic effect, and says they don't actually know if it is his fault for the inconvenience. But to be fair to Twitter, you do get a lot of misinformation on all platforms.
Yeah.
Not all platforms have people like this.
That's the internet,
That inform
to be fair.
others that these posts are misinformation, and make sure that people are actually posting factual information or their revenue is at risk. But then again, I only use Twitter for the gore I complained about earlier and the memes.
And I click on the video of anime girls and it doesn't change to show a naked black man shaking his ass! Ah! Oh my god! Controversy! Yo! One Piece! Bum,
Now, Twitter or X has been accused
bum, bum.
of being far right, and me not knowing a thing about politics.
We saw the bar earlier. It's almost a 50-50 on left and right leaning on Twitter. It's actually a pretty decent split. I think it was 45-55? Or like 47-50 whatever, 53?
Politics, not
48 left, 52 right? Oh, see? That's a pretty good split, I would say.
knowing what far right, far left, far up, far down, far dance evolution, explaining politics to me is about as useful as being fluent in Latin in the current year, but people apparently think that X has become a breeding ground for the far right being characterized as people who have extreme views.
Hasanabi? No, wait, was he far left? I was confused there too. Yeah, he's far left. Sorry, Mabi. Goddamn!
Possibly down to xenophobia, homophobia, or racism. A lot of people relate them to
Whoa,
the
what? There's racism? No way.
people that used that one symbol in 1945 during World War II. And a lot of people just
Yeah, and Nazi is just a buzzword at this point. Oops.
think X now is this racist app. But I think now, due to the implementation of being able to say whatever you want on the platform as long as you're not breaking the terms of service of X, and you are allowed to post inflammatory statements, even listed on the X Help Center, statements that even have the purpose to make you angry.
Oh my
Of course, you're going to have a mixed bag of opinions on that platform, as anyone can technically say whatever they want now, which can be a benefit and a disadvantage. We know some people have say whatever they want now, which can
No! Not Boku no Pico, please! I'm so happy I've never seen any shit of that, man. Oh, I'm so happy I stayed away from that. Ah! No one could get me. No one could bait me into it. Ha! I'm too smart.
can be a benefit and a disadvantage. We know some people have the same brains as the people I play comp with, and we regurgitate utter slop with no sources. So of course X as a platform is going to look more racist than any other platform, because
Yeah, right. Like, if you have free speech, people will openly be racist, sure.
on other platforms you may not be able to say whatever you want without repercussion. X's stance on things is they won't screen messages, or mediate or intervene in disputes between users. So basically, X is the cook in the chair and they will just watch things happen, but they do get involved if there is blatant hateful conduct, harassment, abuse, or threats. But apart from that, it is fairly hands-free. So once again, of course, it is going to look like the most racist app because anyone can say anything and a bunch of opinions on one platform. Of course, some opinions are going to clash with others. As I've said countless times, it prioritizes free speech, which can be a pro and a con for some people. The only thing distressing I've come across is Elon himself just shitting on the UK. I I mean, most of the time he's not wrong.
I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole! Do you know what I mean?
Another controversy
Yo,
is
Mo,
the
man.
general behaviour of Elon himself. He doesn't act like an owner of the website, he more acts like a shit poster
He really does.
most of the time, and the fact he does tweet politically charged statements, which other platform owners such as Facebook would have at least 20 people hired to check over his posts before he made them, to make sure they're not too controversial. But then we have Elon over here on Twitter just
not giving a
from
fuck.
his phone. Probably the most controversial thing he has done that has interested me is the amount of people debating if he's actually that good at Diablo 4.
Good Diablo 4 player, man. The one thing I just can't believe happened is that he has the freaking Droge thing now. What was the Department of Governmental Efficiency? He's actually part of the government now? Question mark? Like, what?
Or he's going.
Just like, yeah, yes, more like going to be once like a Trump is president. Like, what? What? What is this timeline we're living in?
Or he just
Oh my
gets somebody else to
god!
play for him. Another controversy was surrounding the blue tick badge. Something you previously had to work towards earning. You had to have a certain amount of influence, a lot of likes, a lot of attention. You basically had to have a lot of followers. It was basically akin to being verified on YouTube. It was a badge that screamed you are the official person, and you are better than the other commoners and peasants using the app because you've actually earned it. And you have a little blue tick next to your name. Now, a lot of people got angry when that got replaced with just paying $5 a month for it, and the top echelons of Twitter were no longer special because
Wow. Yeah, a lot of people are still saying, oh, blue checkmark, your opinion doesn't matter. Like, blue checkmark detected, opinion rejected. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, shut the fuck up, man. So fucking what? What? Okay, I pay for the blue checkmark. So what? That doesn't mean anything. It's my job. I'm a content creator. Of course I'm gonna have the blue check mark. I'd be a fool if I didn't. It's pay to win. It's fucking pay to win, man. Your posts reach more people and get pushed more in the algorithm if you have the blue check mark. That's fucking pay to win. Jesus Christ.
anyone could pay for the verification tick now, and you no longer needed to match these
Isn't there a yellow check mark or those group markings such as Shoujo Cutie mark? Yeah, there are some. Give me a moment. I think Uvu Market. Let me see. Yeah, Uvu Market has one. This account is verified because it's an official organization on X. You can make an organization, verified orgs. I think that's it, where you can literally apply to it and shit. And you get the yellow one. And I think vtuber, there's like special ones as well. Yeah, like, yeah, okay, let's go to fruit. Ugh, fuck. Here, it's... Does it say anything when we hover? Doesn't say anything. Cool. But yeah, if you click on it, you get it directly to a vtuber. Isn't Twitter verified super expensive? It starts at like $5. I think it even starts at like $3, and then like at 5 or 6 or something, and then like 12. I don't remember. Life is pay to win. It is. Life is pay to win.
Special, because anyone could pay for the verification tick now, and you no longer needed to match these requirements. Which led to a lot of funny scenarios, people impersonating other people, because they now had a tick next to their name, which could fool people into thinking, oh, this is the...
And then Elon made the fucking TOS so that this isn't allowed.
Verified account of X person. But why is this highly prestigious person mentioned using Pidgeot as a flashlight? So they later employed a system, which is the white and gold check marks, to help differentiate the fakes from the actual real account. Gold ones are for if you're a part of an organization, and white was for if you're a part of a government body. And for a short amount
okay.
of time, people were actually bullied for buying the premium service because they did not earn their
There it is.
checkmark. And actually said under people's checkmark, this person has paid for this service. Which if you were in an online argument with somebody at the time, they would use that information and
They still
have
do.
a field
It's less people now posting like that, but people still
day
do.
with it. But then Elon changed it in 2023, where now everyone had to pay for that service. So, no more bullying.
I don't like talking about Twitter. I want to make that very clear.
But yeah, this was me talking
Charlie.
about Twitter, or X if you're chromosome deficient, the problems with the platform and the controversies it faces. I don't think X is a bad platform. I think it's like every other platform. Each one has their drawbacks and idiots that use it, but I do use it every now and again to waste some time.
Just the furry cooking. The fursuit was on fire. That's the
yeah,
Aria
that's all I'd
music.
say,
Oh
and
my god,
bye-bye.
bliss. Bliss.
So we all know what
Good video. I really like Royalty's video. Good videos get research. I enjoy his stuff. I already posted it. I'm stupid. Yeah, nothing else to add really. Twitter has a lot of dumbasses. And now most, to be fair, they're back. Like, Blue Sky came around. A lot of the leftist toxic positivity special snowflakes in their bubble living Delulu people went to Blue Sky. But then they realized, well, Blue Sky sucks too, and they came back to Twitter. There's some people using Blue Sky, but yeah. Most of them are back onto Twitter. Because how are you gonna replace Twitter? Twitter's Twitter. Twitter's gonna be always there, man. Like, you can't just create a competitor that does look exactly like Twitter, acts like Twitter, and it's just different. Because the only people you're attracting are people that are on Twitter that want to go away from Twitter, but don't have the exact same reach anymore. Because most of the people are still on Twitter. As dumb. I said Twitter too many times. Sorry, it's X. Bye, YouTube! Bye!